Hello.
And welcome to Film
Bastards. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to episode 560 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark Foster, and as ever, I am joined by
Becky Foster. Hello, everybody.
and
One of these days, I need to remember to include the sound of your sync clap because it is like a cartoon sound effect of a punch. I mean, it's really, really good. Ian Loring, hi everyone.
and what do we have this week? We've got a main review of Anora, and some of us between us have watched other films that are out in the past 10 days.
Several combo deals.
Yeah, we have, yeah. But our main feature review is Sean Baker's latest, Anora, the Palme d'Or winner.
Wild.
I think that we were all quite looking forward to. I'd say so, yeah. We've got, I think, probably a bumper what we've been watching for both myself and Ian and Becky played a game. And... What?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Why you looked a bit confused? I thought, wait, what? You just said you did.
It's been a real stressful day, man.
And we've got usual trailers, tangents. We've got some questions and other bits and bats.
We've got the end of our maybe most unfortunate marathon ever.
It's been a weird one, hasn't it? Yeah.
I apologise. I formally apologise.
I don't think you need to apologise. I think the ring needs. I think Rachel needs to apologise.
Yeah, Rachel needs to fucking apologise.
No, sorry, who's Rachel?
That's name lost any
You
meaning now.
actually had me for a second there.
Naomi fucking Watts needs to apologise. David Lynch needs to apologise for making Naomi Watts a thing.
Yeah. Yes, he does a little bit on that one. So we'll
America needs to apologise.
Let's not. Let's just not.
Leave that one alone.
For 4 years, let's not.
Where? America never heard of her.
Never heard of her. She mates with Rachel. Right. Okay, why are my intros always chaotic?
Love
That's
it.
good.
Fucking trailers, mate.
Okay. All right. Never
go.
segued to it with fucking trailers, mate. That was interesting. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit all over the place. So a new trailer for Captain America: Brave New World came out yesterday as we record.
Yeah.
There was a problem with our screen when we watched that, though, because there was just like this patch of static on it the whole time.
You keep saying that every time.
And I will
need to be in
continue
the cinema and said it the other day.
I know. I will continue to, because what the actual fuck.
I mean, the trailers are good though. I like I think the trailer editor is cooking.
He's doing some heavy lifting.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, the film looks like it's going to be really basic shit. But the trailers are good.
Yeah, I'm more looking forward to it than I have done for the past few, but it's not the one I'm most looking forward to that's on the horizon. But it's still, I think you said it a few weeks ago, Bex, it still looks a little bit like the TV. Like what the movies have done now is been dragged down towards the TV rather than the TV being dragged up towards the movies. Because if you'd have told me after this trailer that this is a new TV show, I'd have gone, oh, fair enough. Whereas there's another one that actually, fuck it, we're talking about now. Thunderbolts actually looks like a movie and looks like it might be fun.
Yeah, I do. There is something that concerns me a little bit, though, about Thunderbolts.
The fact that you don't know who most of the characters are if you haven't watched TV shows.
No, because I think there's enough of them that you would know. But no, it's the fact that they seem to have gone, everyone hates our movies and loves Deadpool, so what we need to do is just make everything more sarcastic, and we need a civilian-sounding character in it. So let's just go with that. And it's like, okay.
Well, like Lewis Pullman playing a slightly funny side character called Bob for the second time.
Yeah.
When he came out, I thought, he did just say Bob, didn't that?
But I think he's got he's got powers, hasn't he?
I don't know. I also don't care.
No.
He's a very good pilot.
Yeah, he's a really good pilot.
You're just happy because Pew Pew Pew's there, aren't you?
I'm happy because Pew Pew Pew's there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the fuck Wyatt Russell is in it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they've basically gone, oh, Bucky's arm is no longer just, like a shield and bits like that. It can just do anything.
Yeah, 'cause it's made of vibranium.
But it can do anything now.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wizards did it.
Yeah. So, but...
Do you know what? I will watch this for the reason that Bucky Barnes is in it. That is the only fucking reason.
I will watch it because it actually looks fun.
Yeah, it does, to be fair.
Florence Pugh's playing a hot Russian.
Yeah.
Do we think Mufasa looks fun?
I didn't watch this trailer because
Neither did we.
time.
I have actually watched it.
Have you?
Yeah.
And?
It doesn't look fun.
Does it not?
No.
Does it look Uncanny Valley-y?
It looks like I don't see why people think that you should animate this shit like photo real. It doesn't make sense doing it like that.
No.
It makes sense drawing them in a certain way. It doesn't make sense them being photo real
No.
at all. And also as well, it looks a little bit like if you went round to your grandparents' house and they were reading you a story, that you were actually enjoying the story, but you didn't care if your parents turned up before it finished.
Fair.
That's what that movie looks like. You're going, oh, I'm alright with this, I'm alright with this. And your parents walk in, you go, I'm actually alright with this as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Do you know what else doesn't look fun?
What?
The new Jack Black movie, Dear Santa.
Fuck you.
Oh, it
No,
looks
you.
shit.
Shh. Looks great.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it's a Christmas movie, they're supposed to look a little bit shit. Have you never seen Deck the Halls?
No, I don't think I do. What the fuck's Deck the Halls?
It's a Christmas movie starring Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick.
I must have seen that. That seems like the kind of thing you would have made me watch at some point.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we're all going to be watching Hot Frosty on Netflix next weekend to review
right,
next
we are.
time.
Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty.
What the fuck?
Have you not seen the trailer for Hot Frosty, Bex?
I don't even. No, I didn't. What?
It's about a snowman that comes to life and he's hot.
I mean, you guys are quite welcome to watch that. I don't watch Christmas movies till December because it's bad luck, so I will be watching that.
I will be watching it. Watch the shit out of it.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm going to watch the fuck it. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, Dear Santa looks crap.
It does look. It
looks
does look
crap.
bad, but it's Jack Black and a kid. Like
Yeah.
that's usually got enough in it to see me through.
Yeah, if this movie is a scrap of a 98 minutes long, I'm going to be worried.
Yeah. And it won't though. It'll be like 85.
Yeah. Dear Santa, it's...
Oh, this is the Lacey Chabert one that you were mentioning. isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig Robinson's got the and in Hot Frosty.
Yeah. Yeah, hasn't he?
Like what is Craig Robinson doing here?
And what's his name as well?
Joe
The guy
Latrulio.
from- yeah.
Brooklyn
he's in it as
Nine-Nine.
well. So you
Yeah.
know they're going to be together as some kind of duo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not a film by the fine folks at the Motion Picture Corporation of America. Donna had actually been researching it. We think there are no Netflix Christmas films from the Motion Picture Corporation of America this year.
I did some research
Something
as well.
has happened.
I did some research as well because there wasn't one last year either.
There really?
No, there wasn't one for 2 years.
What's
The
happened to the Motion
tagline
Picture
for this
Corporation of
is
America?
"It took a snowman to melt her heart."
Yeah.
Ew,
What? Yeah, I know.
gross. So dirty.
The Night Before Christmas in Wonderland. What?
You put this on while I was in the room and I didn't watch it, so that's no.
It's Gerard Butler playing Santa, and it's drawn and it looks weird.
Okay,
I'm probably not going to watch it,
no,
and I will literally watch anything Christmassy.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the MPCA. They are alive and well.
They are. Yep.
They are. They've got Jason Biggs is making his directorial debut with action comedy Getaway. which
Of course.
will probably be why Jason Biggs was in, I think it was Best Christmas Ever.
Yeah.
So that'll be that. Miranda Cosgrove is going to be in their Netflix rom-com The Wrong Paris. What the fuck's that about? The Wrong Paris centres on Dawn, who's desperate to get to France for a once-in-a-lifetime art opportunity. She talks her way onto a bachelor-type dating show set in Paris, only to discover the show is actually set in Paris, Texas. Brilliant.
Yep, go on. 5 stars.
Great. Sorry. Carry on.
The End. Did you watch this one?
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. I mean, it debuted at one of the autumn festivals to like no real praise whatsoever. But man, this film is really wants you to think it's good.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit like it ran into the room and went, everyone's doing musicals, aren't they? Everyone's doing musicals. Look. And everyone's gone, yeah, we're already part of that. We're done with that. You're 2 years too late.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's directed by Joshua Oppenheimer, who did the fucking... Oh, God, I've forgotten the name. The Summing of Silence, that documentary that was really good. The Acts of Silence?
Yeah. Oh, shit, what's it called?
Was it The Act of Killing was the follow-up?
Yeah, The Acts of
The
Killing.
Look of Silence?
Joshua Oppenheimer.
Yeah, look it up.
The Look of Silence, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, he made that, and then the follow-up, and then just seemed to disappear, and now this is his debut narrative feature.
It's 2.5 hours long.
Of course it is.
I mean, of course it is, yeah. I don't know why I even checked.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever watch it.
No, I don't think I can be bothered. I just don't think I care enough.
Michael Shannon's singing's got some potential, but
it's just...
make it 2 hours and we'll talk. You know what I mean?
Little bit. Sweethearts.
Didn't see this.
2 people who go to college and they're friends, but they're away from their childhood sweethearts, and then both decide to break up with them.
Over Thanksgiving, no less.
Over Thanksgiving, yeah.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah. It's a sort of shit I'll eat up, but it looks a bit naff, but fuck it.
Yeah, it looks poor.
Presents. Haunted house movie by Soderbergh.
Sure. I'll watch it, but both trailers we've seen have been fucking shocking.
I didn't mind this trailer. The trailer at the cinema, which was just a shot of a house, was weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see this trailer, but I think this is out in January. Like,
Yeah.
Steven Soderbergh, like, horror movie out in January. I can dig that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm very much like that. I almost get the feeling like somebody went, oh, we're going to release this for Halloween, Steve. And he just went, no. Oh, so when are we going to release it? Second week in January. Why? Why not? Because, fine.
People will want some bleak after all the forced jollity of Christmas, though, won't they?
It's true.
Heart eyes.
I'm really here for this, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alright with it, yeah. Go on then.
That's what it says on the tin, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Trashy horror, heart eyes. Sure.
Go on then. F. Marry Kill, I didn't watch, even though I was in the room while it was on.
I also didn't watch this, so I'm assuming Becky did, because otherwise the trailer just played to nobody, apparently.
Yeah, it looks shit,
Yeah.
but I'll probably watch it because it looks like quite fun shit. It's probably Mark's on an early tomorrow, so he's gone to bed at like 8:30, and I've got nothing else to watch kind of movie.
I think, well, last one I think from us, Queer. What do we think?
Yeah, who is it? This one? Oh, it's him,
What?
Luca Guadagnino.
Regina, yeah.
which doesn't bode well for me because I don't like any of his films. Oh, Bones and All's alright, isn't it?
Both are all fantastic.
Oh, it's always funny with Sully.
What?
What's that?
What's his name's character?
Mark Rylance.
Matt Rylance, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this looks very, very good. The thing is, I like the fact that it looks like a William Burroughs film.
Yeah.
You can look at that and go, yeah, that's the same guy who wrote Naked Lunch.
Yeah, and I think that for me is probably the draw. And do you know what? Daniel Craig's great. It looks a little bit groomy, which I don't love, but it definitely looks interesting. It's got a real beautiful aesthetic to it.
It looks stunning, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's the runtime of this fucker?
I genuinely, because like Daniel Craig's kind of got formed for doing really good looking adverts for things, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And this came on in the middle of the trailers that we were watching in the cinema. I was like, and I just assumed it was an advert for something because I didn't know he had anything new coming out. And I was like, why do the adverts now look better than movies do? And then it turned out to be a movie, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, fair play.
2 hours 20.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which kind of feels like that movie is about 2 hours 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, movie release comes.
If I can sit through 2 hours and 20 minutes of Mikey Madison's ass, I can sit through this.
I think it's interestingly timed, the release as well. It's 13th of December, so it's like basically probably the big art house release for Christmas, and it kind of feels like maybe it could actually have a bit of runway because of that. You got Kraven the Hunter, Sonic 3, fucking the film we just talked about, Mufasa, and then Better Man on Boxing Day. Like, Queer feels like it'll like fill a gap.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. What else? Have we got any others?
I mean, did we talk about The Brutalist?
Don't think we did we?
No, I mean, there's not much to it, but it's real big dick energy trailer.
God, yeah, that side-scrolling fucking title card.
Yeah, and just the whole monumental, and then it's got like 5 different press outlets who all use that same word to describe it.
Yeah,
like that's yeah.
And of course, the fact
great.
it's 3.5 hours long. Fucking hell.
3.5 hours, I think, apparently with an intermission.
Yes.
Which is kind of baked into it. Like, it's not one where it's like, well, the cinemas can decide or something. Apparently there's something about the intermission that means it's kind of a part of the film almost.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you need it there, don't you?
Yeah,
3.5. It's just too
hours.
much.
You need that to just get up and literally just go for a pee and have a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a wee little minute.
A wee little minute.
Yeah.
That feels like a proper movie, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't care that that's 3.5 hours long.
No, I don't actually. I'm kind of alright with it. I think it'd have been like if it had been like 2 hours, like 45. I'd have been a bit like fucking hell. The fact that it just goes for it, it's like go on then. I might come out at the end of it and go, fuck off. But I'm kind of alright with coming out at the end of it and going, fuck off.
Yeah, decent cast as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Any others?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah. Cool. Right. We need to get up and see what IMDb says about this and see if they can get the plot. So, Anora, written and directed by Sean Baker, stars Mikey Madison and Russian names. Anora, a young sex worker from Brooklyn, meets and impulsively marries the son of an oligarch. I'll take it. Once the news reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as his parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled. Yeah, kinda what it's about. Ian, Anora, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I liked it very much. Definitely my favourite of Sean Baker's films so far. I found him. I mean, I quite enjoyed Red Rocket, but I found him not quite my tempo, I suppose. And I thought that the Florida Project, I just genuinely don't see what people saw in it. And I remember us being pretty fucking mare on that back in the day.
I think we were both a bit like, it just felt a little bit poverty porny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So Anora, I really enjoyed it. I think I liked it more when it was being entertaining. It takes a little while to get going, and it's being sex positive and whatnot. That's great. It's just quite a lot of tits in a grubby scenario. I've never stepped foot in a strip club. Just not my. I think people will be shocked to hear. Not my vibe whatsoever. So I was a bit, okay, just that. But then it became screwball comedy for about 45 minutes, and I was really, really into that. And then the last 20-25 minutes, it shifts gears again, and I respect that. But the ending, sure. We'll talk more through it, but I really liked it. I am stunned that it seems to be getting so much, this is a Best Picture front runner at the Oscars, considering what the film is about. I almost feel like there's a little bit people telling themselves that Kamala Harris was going to win, to people telling themselves that Anora's going to win. If I'm honest. But hey.
I don't know, I think it's been quite a weak year.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it has. I have very few 5 out of 5s, and this Anora's not a 5 out of 5 for me. But I'm usually pretty liberal with those. And, I got The Substance and Civil War, and maybe that's it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought Mikey Madison was very good. It's a quotes brave performance, but she seems to be having a good time with it. She gets the emotional stuff working when it needs to. Yeah. I really liked it. I don't know why I'm being so equivocal about it, but not a 5 out of 5 for me quite, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Bex, what do you think?
I don't know, I think I might be the exact opposite way round, in that I quite liked the beginning. I thought it gets off to a really good start, and then it loses me in the middle for a bit.
That's interesting.
The bit where they're looking for him is just absolute crap, and I could live without ever having to watch them just wandering round clubs.
But the bit in the
actual mansion.
The bit in the mansion,
yeah,
where I think we said the same thing, didn't we? As Ian just said there when we were on our way home, where it becomes a screwball comedy for about 20 minutes. It is very fun.
Yeah, but then the bit after that where they're just looking for him is honestly, if you need to take a pee break, anybody, that's the time to do it.
But I liked when they went back to headquarters. I loved the fact that the fucking strip club was called Headquarters. That's very funny. But that whole bit in there, and with that other stripper trying to crack on to him, and then the fight, and then the women are bursting in on the other women with the men going, "There's a fight," and the chaotic energy of that. There was some uncut gemsness to the film for a bit there.
Yes,
that I keyed in with.
But what I'm getting at is there's a really long stretch between them leaving the mansion and then that funny bit in HQ. That long stretch there is crap. Apart from the bit where they're like, we're going back to the car. Why? It's 5 minutes walk. It's really fucking cold. And then they just have to walk in the cold. That bit's
And then they go back to the car and it's been towed. It's being towed. And then, but then that whole bit where the guy then gets in the car and kind of like revs it off the tow, and you know, I enjoyed that as well.
I don't know. He was the weakest character in this for me. Like he was the rest of them sort of straddled the line between this is a serious movie and this is a stupid movie really quite skillfully. He obviously just thought he was in a stupid movie, and tonally he didn't work for me.
Oh, but like, sorry, I just want to say the baptism bit where he's looking down on his phone and just goes, "No!" Yeah, that
bit was
really good. Sorry, yeah.
But I think it's in the low key moments that this film really shines for me. Like the bits where Anora and what's his face? What was he called? Igor are like walking behind Toros and his brother.
Yeah.
And there's obviously like a brewing kind of. He wants to be like, even when he's restraining her, he's not being mean about it. No, he's just fucking restraining her.
He's not a dick. The only time he's a dick is when he's there to muscle somebody else.
Yeah.
But he's a little bit like, kind of on her side a little bit with it.
Yeah.
I get the feeling he doesn't like those people.
That family. Yeah. Like he throughout it seems to be of a, these people are treating this girl really badly kind of opinion. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I could have lived without quite as much explicit tittage, but it's fine. The only bit that I found really, really icky was the bit where she's wearing like the tartan skirt and doing the dance trim, and it's just like, oh, really? This is gross.
Right, but the thing is, the film has to have an extended piece of that there at the start to basically hammer home the fact that what's his name? What is his fucking name? Ivan.
Yeah.
That he is all about instant gratification. There is nothing to him at all. He is just, everything is important. Everything has to happen quickly. It's why you only ever see him like absolutely smashing a drink. He never chugs a drink. If he isn't drinking or fucking, he's just playing his computer game. He basically is a child.
Yeah.
But he's a child, but he's in his 20s.
A horny child.
Everything is impulsive. Even the bit, it's actually quite a well-written bit where she basically says, "Do you know if you slow down, it might last a little bit longer?" And he can't comprehend because everything has to be instant gratification for him.
I actually think it also, like, sexy dances are only sexy to the person that are receiving them.
Yeah.
Anyone observing them's like,
they're a bit weird.
Yeah. Although I mean, I've never received a lap dance. Obviously, it's just, but I feel like that must be really awkward.
I don't get the idea of a lap dance.
No.
Like as the person having the lap dance, I don't get the idea. I just think you'd be just a little bit like, what do I do? I'm supposed to be enjoying this, but I can't actually enjoying it. I can't actually enjoy it because then that would be weird. But then you've got too many things you'd have to think about. You've got to be keen, but not too keen. You'd be there going, this is just awkward.
Like, is it appropriate or inappropriate to have like a boner?
Yeah, is it rude or are you supposed to?
Yeah. Is it rude if I don't?
Is it rude if I don't? And then you've got like, right, well, now I've got boner anxiety. What goes on? So I'm a little bit like, I just don't get why somebody would pay money to have that much awkwardness in their existence.
Yeah, and it's like, it's in public. If you're in a strip club getting a lap dance, like, no.
I
don't get it. I don't get strip clubs in general, really.
I don't really. I often think that strip clubs are there not to go to witness the bits, to actually feel like you've witnessed something. They're an oddity.
Anyway, we're getting off track. Sorry.
They're really boring.
Yeah.
They're really boring. They're really quite dull.
But yeah, it's in the characters for me that this movie is really successful. The story's not super.
Well,
it's
this is
fine.
I said this to you, didn't I? We were
Yeah.
coming out. When we were driving home after the film. I think that Sean Baker is I think he's a good filmmaker. I think he writes good films. I'm not sure that he has enough imagination to write great stories, or the other way around. I can't even work that out myself. There's not a lot of punchy bits in this. It's fun and it's funny, and like Ian, when it becomes a screwball comedy, when like she just starts beating the shit out of them, and a majority of it is because Igor doesn't want to actually hurt her.
Yeah.
But then also wants to do as he's supposed to be doing. It is quite funny. And the fact that, what's his name? Is it Taurus, is it?
Taurus.
Taurus is trying to intimidate her, but it's like,
Fuck off.
she doesn't
The bit
give
where
a
she's
shit.
just shouting, and when he's on loudspeaker and she's just shouting at the phone is mint as
Yeah,
well.
it is. It's very fun. It's very fun.
Vanya's an absolute piece of shit, though,
But
isn't he?
yeah, he is. Because he's you know, he's an idiot.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like you were saying there. Yeah, the story it's relatively simple, and then by the end, when Anora's kind of like breaking down and crying, I'll be honest, I was a bit like, well, you know, you never believed it was real.
Yeah.
Come on, like it's all transactional, and like even when he like proposes to her and whatnot, it's like, I don't know, maybe there's a bit of infatuation there, I don't know, but like by the end when like she's breaking down and crying, it's a bit.
Do you know what I think it is?
Why?
I don't even think she likes him. I don't even think it's that she wanted the money and it was all about that. I think she liked the idea of the lifestyle.
But so
she
now,
wants that.
yeah, and okay, so we're supposed to feel sympathetic towards her because she doesn't get to live in the big mansion anymore. I almost feel like, you know, a lot of film Twitter would probably be like, "Oh, how dare you?" ... But it's like, okay, I mean, explain it then. Explain it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether it's. She seemed to actually like. It was transactional, but she seemed to like him, and I think as well she believed that he loved her, or at least was infatuated with her. And then to just find out that no, this is just something he does, it must make you feel really fucking stupid. And I think people don't just cry because they're sad. Like, I think sometimes people can cry because they're overwhelmed or because they're whatever. And I think maybe just the whole process of that few days maybe was just so fucking overwhelming that it just breaks her down.
I think that there's a thing that happens that doesn't happen throughout the entire thing. There is no moment of intimacy. So at no point throughout the film is there ever really any moment of intimacy. So I'm fairly certain, and I didn't necessarily notice it as much. I'm fairly certain I read that the only point where anybody actually kisses her is when Igor kisses her in the car.
Yeah.
And then she still breaks down and starts crying.
I ship them. I hope they ended up after this movie.
But yeah, it's like I think it's in there. You know, with the green card thing, it was, you know, maybe I could stay here if I had a green card, if I married an American woman. And there's just there's no. I could have almost done with it being a little bit more batshit and a bit more fucking hell, but there's no fucking hell moment in it. It's just quite. It's fun, but it's quite sedate at points. There's nothing big that happens, really.
No. Yeah.
And
that's fair.
I was kind of expecting that there'd be some kind of big fucking holy shit moment.
I do like the fact, well, I don't like and do like the fact that, like, she doesn't win
No.
at the end. That family get away with it. again. Like, you can tell from like the interactions, this is something that Vanya's done before. They've had to bail him out, and they're a family that are used to getting away with things like this and being able to just brush people off, and they do it again. Like, that their uppance doesn't come, but it's realistic. Like, I hate that it happens,
but it is.
But it's realistic. That's the way of the fucking world. The bad guy wins, and I was watching it, and from the moment Toros took that ring off her, I was like, pocket dip him. And like, I fucking knew that Igor would have got it for her.
He gets it out of it when because at one point Torres gives him his coat. He gets it out then. But like, even within their interaction there, I think she realises that he's pathetic and then no longer gives a shit.
She gets the ick.
She's like, I fucking fuck him. But I like the fact that how much she's basically chewing out the mum as well. The dad is just fucking laughing at it and just loving it.
Yeah, that was good.
The fact that he's just like, because basically she is.
See, that's not what I read from that.
Oh, I
read that he was laughing at her for getting angry because.
Oh no!
Ha ha ha! Look at the poor person getting angry.
I've got to say I didn't either.
I read it as he was laughing at the fact that, because it's when she starts having a go at, because he doesn't like his kid, clearly.
Yeah.
And she starts having a go at and calling him pathetic, and he's just laughing, going, "This girl." I at one point thought, you know, when she wakes up in the mansion after, on like the morning after it's all happened, I actually thought, is he going to be sat there going, "I like you. You're fucking crazy. I like that." And that would have been a bigger bit, but it doesn't. It just goes quite.
This is like a life ruining thing for her. She can't go back to her old job. Her life is ruined, and all she's getting is what, 10 grand for it.
I worked out she's probably made about 45, 50 grand
with the stuff.
Yeah.
No, she gives the fur coat and stuff back though.
No, but she gets the ring. The ring's worth
the ring will be
hundreds
worth
of thousands probably.
But yeah, like this is like a life.
Nah, she's got a cool life now. There you go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're living their best lives. But this is a life changing fucking, like, world shaking thing in Anora's life, and to this shitty family, it's just Tuesday, and that just kind of pissed me off a little bit. But I respected the film for doing it because it is realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, I enjoyed it about as much as I thought I'd enjoy it, but it was a different tone of film than I thought it was going to be.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it was going to be perfectly honest. And honestly, like, Mikey Madison might be like a comedic genius with like her timing and delivery and stuff like that of the screwbally shit. I just could live without seeing her slapping her vagina again.
Oh, she's fucking great in it.
She is really good.
I mean, the comedic bit of where she starts like fucking with Igor in the mansion before she goes to bed, where she basically sets him up by saying that he has rapist eyes, to set him up to recalling a joke that she'd called him earlier on.
Yeah.
Was just funny.
She's kind of mean to him though.
Everybody's a dick in it, apart from that guy. And even he's kind of a dick, because he smashes up the old guy's sweet shop.
He does smash up the sweet shop.
But I did love the nonchalant way that he just smashed up the gumball thing. Where it just went knock and just smashed it.
It was good.
But the other bit there is
and then he's playing with his baseball bat and then just lobs
and
it.
then just lobs it. Yeah. But there's a good bit of dialogue in it earlier where he's like, "Am I here to rough Ivan up again?" And he's like, "No, don't touch him. You're only here if his boys are here again." And it's like, he's met that guy before and doesn't like him, clearly. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It's not a 5-star film.
It's not. It's definitely not shit, but it's too long, and you could easily lose half an hour out of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think you could easily lose half an hour out of it.
That's not even trimming off any of the flavour giving fat. That's trimming off like the flabby bit of fat that you don't really want to eat anyway.
Yeah. yeah, you could easily lose that. But I did really enjoy it. But I still think I'm a little bit of a Sean Baker skeptic.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, this is the only film of his that I've not just like liked. I've not actively disliked.
Yeah. I didn't mind Red Rocket, and Florida Project I thought was just too long and just not that great. I quite like Tangerine. I didn't mind Starlet. So I'm more in the camp for him, but I'm still also a little bit like. But I think his movies have a style, and he definitely has a visual style, and he definitely has a storytelling pace. But I'm also a little bit like, you take out Mikey Madison's performance, and I'm just not sure you've got as much of a film there.
Yeah, I get that.
That's a good point.
He's not visually interesting.
No, other than everything just looks hyper real and washed out and drab.
Well, that's it. There's an awful. I mean, I suppose that's quite interesting though. The fact there's an awful lot of colour and it's very bright, and then once
real life comes
once they get into the mansion, it's still bright, and it's revealed that he hasn't told his parents. It starts to gradually lose more and more colour, and then it gets the brightness back when they're back at the mansion and she's just basically shooting the shit with Igor.
He's lovely.
So yeah,
Bless him.
it's I mean, I definitely not shit.
Yeah, definitely not shit.
But yeah, different film what I thought it was going to be. Would be wild if this movie won Best Picture.
Yeah, definitely. It won't.
No.
Because of the content.
Yeah, because of the content. But it would be wild.
Yeah.
I mean, the sculpt, the thinking is it is between this and The Brutalist.
Yeah.
But you kind of feel like if The Brutalist doesn't have anything as extreme as this, well, not extreme, but just adult as this, which I don't think it does, then it's gonna be that. But like Bex said, it's like, what else gets nominated?
Well, that's it. There's bits
Transformers
coming on,
1.
isn't there?
Best picture. Film of the year 2024.
Nice.
Our audience
Definitely
poll-
not shit though. Yeah, for sure.
Shit. Our audience poll was 33% definitely not shit, 33% shit, and 33% Geostorm.
Wow.
To be fair, going into this movie with a different frame of mind on the night, I could see a shout for any of those three, to be fair.
I could see why people wouldn't get on with it, because I could see why people would be expecting a little bit more energy. And I think it doesn't have an amount of energy within it. Yeah. Right. The fuck should we... Right. Ian,
Hi.
what have you been watching?
Okay. I'm gonna try and whiz through some stuff because obviously we got the rings to do yet as well. Okay, so I didn't talk about it last time. I'll talk about it now. Woman of the Hour, directorial debut of Anna Kendrick, about a real life serial killer who went on the dating game once, and basically it's kind of. So you follow Anna Kendrick, who is an aspiring actress whose agent books her on as a contestant on the dating game, saying it would be good exposure. And she has an encounter with the killer. And then it also trails the killer. Really very, very well played by Daniel Salvato, who he's been in a lot of stuff actually. Lady Bird, It Follows, Don't Breathe, The Pope's Exorcist. So he's been about. But yeah, he is this kind of like long-haired, kind of like hippie guy. He's very well spoken and like he knows how to talk to the ladies. But he's also very much got a chip on his shoulder, obviously, because he's a killer of women. And it trails him basically meeting and killing his victims as well, even though it's got nothing to do with Anna Kendrick's character. Because I kind of went into it thinking like, oh, is Anna Kendrick going to be like the person who stops him? And no, it's not. She has her own story in the film and she has an encounter with him, but that's kind of it. So that which is a bit odd, and I almost feel like maybe that's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's almost like I feel like it's maybe better you knowing that going in, so that you don't go, oh, that's odd at the end of it. But yeah, look, I really liked it. The sense of place is absolutely spot on. I listened to an interview Kendrick after, and she was saying that she only made the film because they had the funding to go now, and they just didn't have a director. So she was like, well, how about I do it myself? And like I would see more from her. Looking at my Letterboxd review now, 'cause it's actually been a couple of weeks, but yeah, I mean, I've said a very good entry in the sledgehammer to smash a walnut approach to making films, with Kendrick conjuring an atmosphere of emotions ranging from antipathy towards women to outright hate against them, but with a keen eye on the dark comedy of the absurdity to which women are not taken as seriously as men. Perhaps a bit jarring that the Kendrick character is the centre of the film given her interactions with the killer, but it allows more of the point of the film to be made. And what I'm saying, that there's just a lot of women not being taken seriously in this. There's another character who plays someone who, in the audience of the dating game, who recognises him, and her little arc is like, yeah, I mean, like, absolutely makes sense and is really depressing. So it's like the whole sledgehammer to smash a walnut thing. It's kind of like White Woman, Black Klansman.
Ooh, that's quite interesting. I liked it. I dug it. So yeah, Woman of the Hour. Watched Coco. I got a few like kind of pre-Halloween watches. Still really like Coco. I think Pixar have done a few underrated films over the last 10 years or so, and I think Coco is one of them, but it also won a couple of Oscars and made a lot of money, so, hey. Monster House. Donna and I have been wanting to watch this with Lottie for a while. The animation style has aged like milk. It looks awful now. Like, the character designs are really just, why did you do that? But also with the faces of the actors, it's using like Robert Zemeckis's like motion capture stuff. It just looks fucking horrible. But then it doesn't really have, like, the emotional punch of it is a bit so it's produced by Amblin Entertainment. It's trying to go for 80s spooky kids film, and it's just like kind of like a poor imitation. It's one of those. I think it was very much of its time, but maybe getting on for 20 years later, it just maybe don't sing in the same way.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Like, if I was Maggie Gyllenhaal, seeing that's what you think I look like, I would probably punch Gil Keenan. But yeah, there we are. Monster House. Watched Trick or Treat, the Michael Dougherty anthology film starring Anna Paquin, Brian Cox, Dylan Baker, etc. 4K came out from Arrow a couple weeks back. Pre-ordered it from Arrow, and it came 2 days after the disc came out. Well done, Arrow. Their online store is awful.
Sadly, that is.
Yep. Really bad. But yeah, Trick or Treat. It looks good on 4K. I like this. It's kind of like, it's good spooky fun that almost could be for kids, as a lot of like a family audience, if it wasn't for the fact that it's really gnarly in a couple of spots.
Yeah.
There's a werewolf transformation sequence which is like really fucking horrible. And like really good practical effects. And like all the stories have got a bit of edge to them. It's kind of a shame this didn't become a ongoing series. I'm surprised they haven't actually just picked it up again and done another one. It's good fun.
It performed really badly at the box office, but has probably made an absolute fucking fortune on home releases since.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think it holds up pretty well, this Trick or Treat. So yeah. Hocus Pocus. I really like Hocus Pocus. I don't have much time for the sequel, but like Hocus Pocus, not much to talk about with Hocus Pocus. Watched for the first time Practical Magic, directed by Griffin Dunn, the werewolf from An American Werewolf in London, starring Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. Didn't expect it to be a witchy take on Thelma and Louise for about half an hour. Expected it to be funny, and it's not. I thought this was a pretty big misfire, to be honest. Yeah.
It's not as much fun as it ever should be.
No.
Just a bit like, how work is this?
This is one I watched a few weeks ago. Practical Magic.
Yeah.
Where it's actually about like some like it should be fun. It should be like a bit of a like witchy romp, but it's actually about like an abusive boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who they then kill, but then kind of bring back to life, and he's like undeady.
Yeah.
And then Aidan Quinn comes to town and like steals Sandra Bullock's heart. It's a bit what?
Yeah, it's an odd one.
Yeah, just like I'm not necessarily the audience for it, and but we now own it on Apple, so great. Only a couple more actually. Rewatched Twisters, which post Tuesday plays pretty different. Like, because Donna and I watched it, and we were like, every single person here voted Trump, and they.
I'm not sure about the guys who sell T-shirts so that they can afford to do like relief packs.
No, they voted. They
No, I don't
voted
think they would
Trump.
have done, to be honest. I think they would have just profited off that rather than use the money to then help feed people.
But the thing is, I think a lot of people who voted Trump very much care about the people in their community, and only the people in their community. I think there's an aspect of that. But also, Donna said that towards the end, they don't seem to have a lot of storm shelters around, and it must be because they think storm shelters are woke.
That is probably true.
And I can't get that line out of my head. I thought that was a very funny comment from my wife. But like, no, Twisters, I really like it. I think it does actually lose some of its impact not being seen on a big screen with big sound. And it is maybe a touch long, but I have a good time with it. Watched Strange Darling, but I think we're going to talk about that next week.
Yes.
And that will be full spoilers. I will say to anyone interested in Strange Darling, do not look at the reviews on Letterboxd. I didn't until after, and my word, are people who don't like the film perfectly happy to just spill the beans without putting the spoiler thing on tag on Letterboxd. It is like really. Come on, guys! Just because you didn't like it, you don't have to be pricks about spoiling it for other people. And I was about to say something that would actually be spoilery there, so I'll leave off and we'll talk about it next week. And finally, today I partook good 6 weeks before Christmas. Red One. So this is Dwayne Johnson's attempt to corner the Christmas family movie market, made in conjunction with Amazon, even though there's actually a lot less product placement than I thought there would be. There's some, don't get me wrong, but a lot less than I thought it would be. So, what's it about? J.K. Simmons is a jacked Santa, who at one point talks about how he needs to carb up because he's gonna burn like 4 million calories on Christmas Eve, and he does 500 reps at one point because he's jacked Santa. He is protected by Dwayne Johnson, who is an elf, or like elf stands for something else. Extremely large and formidable, I think.
It's something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Santa is kidnapped, and The Rock has to work with a level 4 naughty lister, played by Chris Evans, who is the world's best tracker. Frankly, not as bad as you almost kind of want it to be, with it being The Rock just being very calculated in, I now need to do one of these films. The Rock is playing The Rock. Chris Evans is playing a very sleepy man. Or Chris Evans was just very sleepy making it. What he's doing with his career right now, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Mate, surely you don't need money that badly. Like, go... It's interesting because he used to talk about how he wanted to direct.
Yeah.
And like
when he was done with Marvel, he'd be just going into directing.
And what's he done? He's done The Grey Man and this. And I I'm sure it's an easy paycheck, but even though maybe not that easy, because like stories came out over the last couple of weeks about how much of a pain in the arse The Rock was on the set.
Yeah.
And how the budget ballooned to $250 million, which you watch this film, no. Absolutely not.
Well, apparently 50 million of that was The Rock's salary. And another 50 million of it was him being a twat.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. But if you told me it cost 100 million, I'd go, yeah, fine. You know, but a lot of CG, some of it pretty shonky. Not much of it looks like it was actually shot somewhere real. You know, it's one of those shot in a car park in Georgia kind of deals, to be honest. But a couple of decent sequences. There's a good bit where they have to get into a slap fight with Krampus, which I quite enjoyed. I won't lie. The snowman bit's all right. There's a good visual thing where like one of the snowmen gets its like face melted into a grill, and then it's like that part of its face is like smushed up on the side, and then part of it's like on the front, and like that was quite fun. Just a fucked up looking snowman. The film's also very liberal in its use of mild bad language, which felt quite 80s.
That's quite 80s, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of shits. There's kind of it almost becomes a running gag if they did it a third time, where the Rock is talking about Christmas cheer, and like there's one bit where I'm maybe paraphrasing, but he's just like, "We're spreading Christmas cheer, dickhead," and like it's the spirit of Christmas, asshole. Where he's supposed to be like full of the joy of Christmas, but also insulting someone. And I was like, that's one they need to do another time, and that can become a kind of a funny running thing, and it never does. But yeah, look, I mean, it's not good, but The Guardian gave it 1 out of 5. There's a lot of half-star and ones on Letterboxd, and I'm just a bit like, you literally had that review ready to go beforehand, and you just clicked save.
My bit there is, if you gave this movie, right, if you gave this movie half a star, why did you go to the cinema to see it?
Yeah, because you want to give it half a star.
You want to give it half a star. Well done. You gave the movie money. The movie won. the movie won. If you went to the cinema, to hate review this movie, which I think a lot of people do, and it's something that I will never understand. The movie won because it got your money. And no matter what you do, no matter how shit you are about it or anything like that, there's two things going to happen there. One, still going to have your money. Two, it's probably going to make it more likely that people will watch it.
And look, I think it's going to do well. It's going to hold really well, and then Amazon will, I'm assuming, will probably put it on Prime a couple of days before Christmas.
Yeah. Because they were going to release it last year, like on the 23rd.
Yeah, and then they decided to give it a theatrical release, which I think is to be celebrated as well. And also, like, quite frankly, if it costs $250 million, they need to make some money back. I know a lot of it's just going to be like a marketing expense, essentially, like Apple write down their films with. But yeah, look, I mean, it was I had a decent enough time with it. It's too long. The villain's shit. That's one thing to say. Kiernan Shipka, who I believe was the lead in Totally Killer, she's basically given nothing to do. There's the motivation's just like what, and yeah, just nothing to do. And yeah, it, like I say, it's fine. And also, to be fair, they don't do much in the way of like setting up a franchise. Like it there's like, unless there's a mid credits or a post credits I missed, there's nothing in there that's like, and we'll have another one for you in a couple of years. Yeah. Which, given the way this film was announced, where it was like we're entering, like we're going to open up a new holiday franchise, this could be a one and done, very very easily. And we'll see how it goes. Would not be bothered about Chris Evans being in it again. Like if The Rock wants to do it, fair enough. But honestly, he's barely trying in this. The Rock, he's doing The Rock stuff, but he's awake.
Fair.
You know, but I mean that's I mean, fair play to the guy. Like, for as much of a prat as I think he is, like he does the work. Like he always is engaged in a film.
I mean,
even
fair,
if it's
though, Ian,
absolute shite.
It is,
you know,
the role of a lifetime for him, one that he's been preparing for since childhood, and you know he's always wanted to play a jacked elf.
Yep.
Supporting a jacked Santa, so like it's a dream for him.
All my life, I wanted to see a swole Santa, and I finally got the chance.
Swole. Oh, God tier word.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Look, Red One. See it with your kids. Yeah, like, they'll have a good time. The kids in my audience were vibing, and Lottie enjoyed it. You know,
there you go.
So
that's what it's for.
That's who it's for.
Yeah.
So as childless adults, can we miss this one?
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. You know,
Yeah,
but
no,
I mean, like when it's on Prime and not like a day or two before Christmas, you know, maybe.
Yeah, I could see myself watching this around Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so last one is a kind of a segue because Mark and I have both seen this piece by piece.
Yes.
Morgan Neville's documentary about Pharrell Williams, except it's in Lego. Why? Interestingly, because Universal now have the rights to make Lego movies, and apparently the scuttlebutt is they had to make one because they didn't have they had to make one within a certain period of time, and somehow they got to Pharrell and they decided to do this.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark, what do you think of it?
It's way more just a documentary, but with Lego, than I imagined it to be.
Yeah, there's like a couple of fantasy sequences, aren't there? Where Pharrell gets to kind of waffle.
Yep.
But yeah, no, fair.
But it is just right. The thing is, it's one of those things. If you were to if you were to sit to me and go, they've made a music documentary about Pharrell's life, I'd be like going, yeah, I don't care. Oh, and it's about like how he, you know, about his younger life and how he got into music and he tried doing this and he became a producer. I'm like, I don't care, I don't like Pharrell. And then he was in NERD and he helped Snoop out and then he did this and he had his own solo career. I still don't care. He made that Happy song and it's annoying. I don't like him. Oh, and it's a Lego. Ah, fuck off. Yeah, go on then. That is literally it. It is basically, it's quite sweet, but then you're also going, are you going to miss out all of the times that you've been sued for stealing things and the fact that there's no Robin Thicke in this? What's going on?
I'm surprised Blurred Lines came up at all.
Yeah, and it is a little bit like that, and just the thing is, it's fun, but because it's in Lego. The story is not interesting in any way, but I was actually engaged and enjoyed it because it's in Lego.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head there because it's never boring.
No.
But if it was a proper live action documentary, it would probably be quite boring.
Yeah, it would be. Also, as well, I was watching it And then Gwen Stefani crops up, and I went, my God, did she approve that Lego figure of her? Because it's just, yeah. And she must have, because she does the voice for it. It's her voice. She's Gwen Stefani in it. But it's like, it's the fact that Pharrell, like, when No Doubt are there, he goes, hey, Gwen Stefani, and No Doubt. And it's like, I am pretty sure they were a band just called No Doubt when you produced them. And it's, I mean, she, as a human, essentially cuckolded that band. And literally cuckolded the guy in it who she dated and then dumped before their big hit. And he had to just continue.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's a thing. But, like, it was interesting, you know, knowing that, like, that he went to school with Missy Elliott and Timbaland and people like that.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I didn't know that. So it was interesting until it stops being interesting, but visually it still looks quite fucking good. And it's fun watching, like, fucking Busta Rhymes turn up as a
Lego man.
Yeah, a Lego man. The thing is, they all seem to make sense as Lego, apart from one person. Jay-Z just didn't make sense as Lego.
Jay-Z doesn't make an awful lot of sense.
But he just didn't. I was just looking at him going, you're the only one that I don't see as Lego, I just see as Jay-Z.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason. I was almost the point I was going, I think it's because it's the first time I've ever heard Jay-Z talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, that's not Jay-Z.
That's funny.
I mean, it was.
I don't know whether it was, though. I mean, Snoop 100% has made Lego make a version of him so he can have it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
hope everybody involved got their Lego person made for them.
I mean, I hope Gwen
that's how they were
Stefani
paid.
did, and she's got it there, and everyone looks at her and goes, really? You said yeah? What were the other ones like?
I'm going to see this now.
I thought it was alright. If it had been
It was
10
fine.
minutes longer, it'd have been an absolute piece of shit. But it gets in and gets its shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, agree. They don't have anything else to say on it, but yeah, fine.
Right.
That's it for me. Go ahead, guys.
Cool. Do you want me to do mine, then we'll do the bits we watched together?
Yeah, go for it.
Or does it feel like a while since you spoke?
Oh,
Gosh, yeah, that's a bad Gwen Stefani, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
even though I did watch one that Becky watched, so I'll jump back in a bit.
Ah, cool. Yeah, yes, yeah.
Well, we can do that now if you want. We can.
And then you can do your one that you watched. And then we'll do the what is it, and then I'll do my bits. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So this was Don't Move, Netflix film, which is produced by Sam Raimi and directed by a couple of other people whose names I'm trying to find, and I'm having some trouble. Directors Adam Schindler and Brian Netto. So basically, this is a woman who is about to kill herself because she's struggling with the death of her child. Is then basically kind of like talked off of it by a random guy, talked off of this ledge, and the random guy then proceeds to inject her with a paralysing substance, and he intends to kill her, and she's got to try and get away despite the fact that her body is basically shutting down. I quite like this. Thought it was effective. I thought it was pretty taut, quite pacey. Yeah, never boring. Bex, thoughts?
Yeah, well, just as a little side note before we get into it, Mark was like, "Oh, are you gonna go watch that Don't Move movie that you said to Ian that you were gonna watch?" I was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "Yeah, with Triangle Face." I was like, "Finn Wolfhard." He was like, "Yeah, Finn Wolfhard's in it, isn't he?" And I was like, I've watched the trailer for this a couple times, and like, I've looked at its IMDb page. I feel like they would have made a bigger deal of it if Finn Wolfhard was in it. That's weird. I thought he was just the guy out of American Horror Story. That's weird. It is, but he's called Finn Whitrock, and Mark's easily confused.
Nice. Good. Good.
So yeah, I saw loads of buzz about this before we recorded last time, actually, which because we said, didn't we, last time that we were gonna discuss it. Loads of buzz about it, saying, "Oh, it's a really taut movie, one of the scariest movies that you'll see. Just gives you chills down your spine and stuff like that." And it doesn't. Like there is a certain amount of tension to it, but it's incredibly low energy. And I was watching it and I was like, "Oh God, she's paralysed now. Like, gosh, what's he gonna do to her?" She starts getting movement back really quick after it paralyses her, doesn't she?
I mean, yeah, to an extent. I mean, it's pretty slow going. Like the bits of her that come back.
Yeah, it is, but it's like, I don't know. I guess I expected her to be fully paralysed for longer. It seems like it's about 10 minutes, and then she starts being able to move her hands again.
But then she wouldn't be able to do anything. Like I don't know. That kind of feels like something has to happen for the film to function.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just. Yeah. My favourite bit of it, I'll be honest, was the bit with Bill, when he finds her and stuff like that. And I don't think Finn Whitrock's a very good actor. And I'm saying that as a
it's that guy.
American Horror Story fan. I don't think he's very good. He's just kind of pretty, which works fine for Ryan Murphy's purposes, but not necessarily for carrying a film. But I think he does get moments in this where he gets to be like suitably zanily evil, if that makes sense. I did very much enjoy the bit where he kills the policeman. That was good.
No, yeah, I mean it's almost like it's a collection of scenes stuck together, though, and I suppose like some of them are better than others. And like you say, Bill, I assume he's the old guy.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because that whole sequence is ace. Like, you know, where's it going? And I like the fact as well that he gave a good of account of himself in terms of like wailing on the guy. Like, you know, he put up a fight.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did really enjoy it. Like, I did really like it. It just wasn't what I was expecting from like the buzz that it seemed to be getting. I kind of expected it to be a bit more, and it is just very, very low energy, which, you know, I probably should have expected from a movie that's about a woman that gets paralysed. But I don't know. And then the messaging as well was a bit heavy-handed with the like, "Oh, I wanted to die, but you've made me rediscover that I want to live." And it's like, oh, fuck off. Just fuck off with your morals. Do you know what? I'm probably at the moment the worst person to have on a film podcast, because I'm just real, like, I've got no patience for anything, and I apologise for that. But that bit was like, ugh, gross. Just be a film.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, it's a film about trauma aspect to it, you know. But I mean, at least it doesn't go too hard on that.
It does at the end.
I mean, it does at the end. Yes. I don't know. I mean, I'm a couple of weeks removed as well, which probably doesn't help. But I had a decent time with it. I watched it on a Sunday morning. Like, I found it pretty compelling when it needed to be compelling. You know, but I'll say, like, I watched Strange Darling on a Sunday morning as well, like 7 a.m. this morning, and that thing's an eye opener. Like, Becky, are you going to watch that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll talk about that next week. But yeah. No, I mean, Don't Move. It's. I think it's better than your average Netflix filler content, but you know, it doesn't. It's not like it's a crime it wasn't in the cinema.
Oh God, no. It feels very Netflix.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and then to go to the movie that started my fuck movies, fuck films, fuck all of this shit, I watched Inside Out 2, which is just a load of hyper bullshit. Inside Out, like, I'm not a big Pixar guy.
You liked Inside Out?
As a rule, but I liked Inside Out, and I've liked a few of their movies recently. Coco specifically is probably my favourite Pixar
Luca?
movie,
You like
but
Luca?
I loved Luca.
You liked...
Although, fuck his friend, what a cunt he is.
You liked, like, what is it one?
Which one?
The pants one.
Pants?
Yeah. The one with the guy's pants.
The guy's pants?
Yeah.
Onward.
Onward, yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's brilliant. It's Onward. No, that's my favourite Pixar movie.
No one's ever described that film as the pants one before.
Movie. The Dead Dad movie, the one where they're monsters movie and they're brothers, that'd be fine. The Pants movie.
The pants movie.
Fucking idiot. Anyway, so I have got to a point where I can be like, do you know what? I don't necessarily like Pixar, but I like some of their movies. Inside Out is good, and I think it deals quite well with, like, looking at emotions and stuff like this. I sent you guys a gif to the group chat of Steve Buscemi doing his hello fellow kids kind of thing. That's what this fucking movie is. This is grown-ups writing kids fucking badly, right? If you showed this movie to a young to mid teenager, they would cringe so hard they would fucking die. It is icky as hell with its like, oh gosh, yeah, teenagers, they're just going through all this stuff. This has got old parents written all over it. Old parents show this to their kids and think it's relatable. It fucking isn't. It's shit. It's just shit.
Not bad than that.
Utter shit. And it's made me hate Inside Out because it led to this. It's made me hate Amy Poehler. Joy as a character is an absolute fucking cuntbag in this movie. And the fact that at the end of it, she kind of wins, I hated that as well. Fuck Joy.
This movie made you think, fuck Joy.
Fuck Joy. Films are dying. The cinema is basically doomed because Inside Out 2 exists. And because people think it is like a relatable representation of the teen experience.
Yep. 1.7 billion it did.
It's just fucking gross that this exists.
I think it's the highest grossing movie of this year.
It's shite. Yeah, and it's put me in a real funk with films in general.
Well, it's a good job we watched Zombie Town before it.
No,
Zombie
Town is better than Inside Out 2. I would watch this again before I watch that piece of shit again.
Yep, Zombie Town.
The Chevy Chase starring
The
Zombie
Chevy Chase,
Town.
Dan Aykroyd starring Zombie
Hang
Town.
on, when's this from?
2023.
What?
Oh, Ian, it's shit.
It's based on the R.L. Stein book Zombie Town.
How old's that 35-year-old girl?
She's 19.
Fucking hell.
But she's 19 in real life.
I know, that's what I mean. Yeah, fucking hell.
So, it's about a town that effectively has that's only big claim to fame is a filmmaker, which is George A. Romero, isn't it? It's based on. Was born there and lives there. And he's since become a recluse, but he's going to release a new movie for the first time in like 30 years, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's going to premiere on Halloween.
Right.
And then it's got this one kid who works at the cinema
Doesn't like horror.
that doesn't like horror movies because he's too scared of them.
Yeah.
But everybody else in the town is a horror nut because this guy was from there and they've kind of grown up around it. And then there's a weird kind of love story because his
35-year-old high school friend.
Yeah. She's well into horror.
Yeah.
Is that Jennifer or Mitzi?
It is. Oh, which one is it? It's Amy in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy Maxwell.
Yeah, it's Amy.
Right. Okay.
80-year-old Amy Maxwell.
So
I mean,
Chevy Chase is
IMDb says she's 20.
Yeah. like She maybe doesn't look as old as Bex is saying, but even I when she's at high school, I was like, yeah, that woman was at high school.
She's supposed to be a high schooler.
Yeah, but she looks like she's like in her late 20s, early 30s. Chevy Chase is in a scene before the opening credits for maybe 30 seconds and then never again.
No, there's clips
Oh,
of
yeah,
him.
there's a
towards
clip later
the end.
on, yeah.
I don't think he speaks at any point,
No.
does he?
No, he doesn't. He pulls a couple of Chevy Chase faces. Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, do you know what? It's shit, but it's quite fun.
It's fun,
and I quite
isn't it?
liked it. The thing is, right, it's based on an R.L. Stein book, right? So you would assume it was aimed at children, which the story and the execution suggests that it's aimed at children. But the tone of it's not fun enough to be aimed at children. It's in a no man's land.
Yeah, it's not zany enough.
No.
But I enjoyed it.
Is it a bit making it thinking it's for kids, but they don't actually have any interaction with kids in their lives, and they don't know what kids actually like?
No, I think they went to...
These are more believable teenagers, the ones in Inside Out 2, just putting it out there.
I think they went to the pitch meeting and went, it's going to be like that. I still stand, it's like Goosebumps kids. Yep, absolutely. And then as soon as they got the money, they went, fucking kids, no way, wankers.
Fuck those wankers. Isn't there a new Goosebumps series coming out?
I don't care.
With, what's his face? Lots of
Schwimmer.
Friends, yeah.
Yeah.
We watched Warlock.
Yeah, we did. What the fuck have we been thinking this week?
We watched Warlock, the Julian Sands, Richard E. Grant movie.
Great.
Richard E. Grant looks pretty fucking bangable in this movie, I'm not gonna lie.
Have you ever seen this, Ian?
No, I've just looked it up. Written by David Toohey, eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't need to. It contains some of the worst CGI in the world.
Yeah, it does. It's from 1989.
So he can fly, Julian Sands, as a warlock.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is literally like they have stuck him, like they've cut him out, stuck him onto a little like toothpick and bounced him through the air,
Yeah.
and then just removed the toothpick.
It is a bit like that.
It's man, it was crap.
I quite liked it though.
I enjoyed it enough, but what an absolute steaming pile of shit.
Fair.
Nice.
Right, we've got two actual decent ones, Bex, that we watched as well.
We watched that ages ago.
What?
The one you just had up.
Angel Heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we actually spoke about it last time.
Yeah.
Fucking masterpiece, though.
It is good. So I have been simultaneously audiobooking and in the meantime watched the movie Doctor Sleep.
Yep.
But
Nice.
The director's cut.
The director's cut.
Good stuff.
Which is now, if you have it on iTunes, the director's cut is one of the features that you get. Bunny Ears podcast. Previously, the director's cut wasn't in 4K. It now is.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too kind of like caught up in this because like there'll be people that that love the fucking Shining, the Kubrick movie, although it's an awful adaptation, good movie. This is an absolute fucking masterclass from Flanagan in how to incorporate the original book, the original film that's nowhere near the original book, and the sequel book into a coherent piece of work. It's so fucking well done. He manages to take all those three very different threads and plait them really, really well to make this. Yeah, it's just so fucking good. Still, I don't quite think I can get on board with. Is it Henry Thomas that plays Jack?
Oh, I think he's great.
He's good, but he's like in my brain. He's just. But the thing is, so the Shining movie makes Jack a piece of shit. Basically, from the start, who's fighting against being a piece of shit. In the book, he's not like that. He's just an addict that's fighting against being an addict, but he's not a dickhead. And like he saves Danny at the end. He fights the hotel and he saves Danny at the end and tells him to get away.
Done in the film.
He doesn't in the film.
Nah, he dies,
He
mate.
chases him through a maze. The maze doesn't exist in the book. It's a real big piece of the movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
No.
And obviously in Doctor Sleep, the in the book, the boiler blows up, and the hotel is destroyed. So the hotel isn't in the Doctor Sleep book, but in the movie, it does a really fucking good job of incorporating that ending, and sort of staying true to the tone of the end of the book.
Book and the film.
But also incorporating the hotel that would still exist because it never gets blown up. It's just so classily done.
It's just an incredibly watchable movie.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think because like we're coming at it from two very different angles. Obviously, you've read The Shining many years
Yes.
ago, not read Doctor Sleep.
No.
So you're coming at it from someone that's probably more familiar with the Kubrick movie.
That cat's a murderer. That cat murders so many people.
He doesn't murder anybody.
He does.
But so it's enjoyable from someone who's not super tied into the King stuff, and it's enjoyable for someone who really is like that. That's my touchstone with The Shining, is the book, not the film.
Because Rebecca Ferguson looks fucking hot.
Yeah, and you know, yeah,
She does.
she's really good as Rose the Hat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Banger.
Just fucking
Bang her, bang. Film.
stone cold banger of a movie.
Right. Strap in, motherfuckers. Have you got one? No, you've done it, hasn't you?
Yeah, but we got together.
excuse me.
I don't think so.
I mean,
We watched Nightmare on Elm Street, didn't we? 3.
we watched Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, that prick. There it is. Oh, right, so we're going to go non-spoiler here, though, aren't we? With Heretic.
so the bit about him turning into a pigeon at the end, we can't say anything.
Wow, fucking hell. The fucking bird is out the bag there, isn't it?
Vibes.
Right. It's very hard to actually do too much of a non-spoiler review of it.
Shall we just say it's very good?
Until he takes off the really nice cardigan he's wearing. Think about it.
It's very good. It's a bit of a skewering of organised religion, and Hugh Grant is brilliant in it.
Hugh Grant's great in it. He gets some great monologues to do.
I tell you what though, Sophie Thatcher's really good in it as well. I don't think the other girl's as good, but Sophie Thatcher's really good in it.
I think Chloe... they're both... I think everybody in it is really good. I think everyone gives good performances. It starts... if it had the energy of the first half throughout, or even the first 2/3, it would have been an absolute banger. But because it doesn't, it just pulls back a little bit. Yeah.
There's a bit from Topher Grace's character that's just absolute fucking comedy gold. If you've ever had like Jehovah's Witness knock on your door,
Yeah.
it's just hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah. The Grant is very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good in it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's been incredibly playful and fun, and also menacing without actually ever being menacing. It's a really, it's interesting. Definitely worth a watch. Definitely. But it takes a swing, and it didn't quite work for me. That's what I'd say.
Okay.
And I completed Silent Hill 2 and it's fucking mint.
Oh, well done. Bloody hell. Good on you.
Thanks, I'm going to replay it again because there's different endings. I think there's like 14,000 different endings you can get. I'm going to replay it again because I'm sad that I've finished. I genuinely didn't tell Mark for about 2 days after I finished it that I'd finished it because I couldn't. I was in the denial stage of grief.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's just so good. There's loads of like little Easter eggy nods to the differences with the original as well, with it being obviously a remake, and Yeah, just really, really very good.
Nice, bud.
And
good.
I generally don't get like right, no disrespect, Ian, but I said to Mark at one point that I had to stop playing it because I was getting too creeped out, and he said, "What? You did an Ian?"
Yep, fair.
But it was too intense for me. Like there was just this onslaught of like creepy after creepy after creepy, and I just had to stop, and I hadn't got to a save point, and I just had to cut my losses with it. But there's segments in it that are just really, really scary. So this time when I replay it, I'm gonna do it with the lights off, and I might even like use your AirPods.
You should.
And then just be really fucking creeped out.
You should.
Yeah.
So I watched Detective Pikachu.
Good stuff. Yeah.
I like Detective Pikachu. It's not as funny as I remember it being. But it's fun, but it's not as funny as I remember it being. And then the ending is just a bunch of CGI things flying around in the sky. Yeah. But, yeah, I know we're all a little bit worn out with him a little bit at the moment. But Ryan Reynolds as a Pikachu, it's funny. You know, the bit with the mime is funny.
Yeah.
I don't know what that mime-faced man called, but yeah, that's funny. Don't like that Psyduck thing, though. Don't like that.
No, I never liked Psyduck.
Fucking weird little neurotic fucking duck running around.
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime, yeah. He's alright. Don't think he'd be very good as a fucking Pokemon, like, but...
Jigglypuff's a lounge singer as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. What else have I watched? I watched Fist Fight. The Charlie Day Ice Cube. Correction. I am the person that rewatched the movie Fist Fight. I am the person who has watched Fist Fight twice. Yeah. It's not very good. Don't know why I've watched it twice, but I have. Big Short. What's the Big Short? Sounds that Finn Whitlock guy that you think's a prick.
He's a prick. I said he wasn't a very good actor.
The Big Short, weirdly, is a comfort movie for me.
Fair.
And I don't know why, but I find it incredibly watchable. And it probably shouldn't be as watchable as it is for me.
No, for a film that's as like numbersy as it is, it shouldn't be as entertaining as it is.
No, and biting as it is.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed The Big Short. I do think it is up there as one of the best movies of the past sort of 10 years. Very, very good at going, we're going to entertain you whilst also telling you why all these people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And does a very good job of that. And has some great idiot performances. Chiefly, the best idiot performance in it is Billy Madison. Billy Madison, that's what is it? What's his name? Fuck. Magnuson, not Billy Madison. That's a Adam Sandler character.
Bloody hell, right, okay, yeah.
Billy Magnuson doing there's a great fucking line where he's just playing an absolute fucking douchebag. And then later on, you see him just like a jobs fair trying to get a job with IKEA. And it's just quite amusing for that. It's, yeah. Off the back of that, rewatched the documentary Inside Job. Just because it made me want to rewatch that. So I rewatched that. Then did a little Kevin Smith double bill. So I rewatched Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Which it's an odd movie, I think, Clerks 3, in the sense that it's emotional bits are good, are really good, and the ending where it is, where it's a really well done bit, that the fact that the movie that Randall has been making that he then shows Dante on his deathbed
Yeah.
is Clerks.
Yeah.
It's really well done, and you kind of go, do you know what? Yeah, that's well done. That fair play. The problem is the bits that are happening around it. So with Trevor Furman and Austin Chazot, who is Harley Quinn Smith's partner, it is increasingly shit the more and more it goes on, and it gets more and more prevalent in it, and you're going, I don't know who thinks any of this is A, funny, or B, entertaining. And if it's you, Kevin, why? I need you to explain to me why. Because it's almost like the film. It's almost like they're going, do you know what? We don't need Jay and Silent Bob. We need a new Jay and Silent Bob. But then they actually point that out, that they're like Jay and Silent Bob, but they're not funny or entertaining. And it's just sad looking at Trevor Furman's face. So, yeah, there's that. But then the ending sticks the emotional beat like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it does, yeah.
real. Glad it exists. It's the emotional bits are up there with some of Smith's best bits. The rest of it are down there with some of his worst.
Yeah.
And then I watched the 4:30 movie. Which, again, the main character, which I'm guessing is based... Because he said it's semi-autobiographical, this.
Right.
The main character is played by that Austin Chazot, who is Harley Quinn Smith's partner. Also, 3 movies that I've just mentioned star that kid. He's better in this than he is in Clerks 3. And he does actually come across as quite charming in it. It's not bad, but also at no point is it good. And the issue that I've got is you can't say that isn't how kids would act or interact. You're a 50-odd-year-old man, because he's basing it on how kids interacted with each other in the 80s and what he remembers. But I think he misremembers, and also all of the kids in it don't look like they even could point to the 80s on a map.
His iPhone face.
No, it's not even that. One of them doesn't look like a real person. He looks like if Doug came to life and you cast him in a movie. It's
God, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wow, he don't look real.
No, he doesn't. It's kind
What the
of...
fuck's going on with his hair?
It's kind of fun, but never fun. Never that fun.
Yeah.
It's engaging, but never that engaging. Some of the writing of it is really good, but some of it's really not good. And yeah, weird, really weird movie. If you're a Kevin Smith completist, watch it. There's enough there that it's fine. But if you're a little bit, I am not sure. If you like all 3 Clerks movies, if you like the View Askew stuff, you'll get enough out of it. If you don't bother. You don't need to. I watched it, so you didn't need to. But there's also weirdness to it where. So I have to think that Harley Quinn Smith should maybe do stuff that doesn't feature her dad or isn't directed by her dad at some point. But I think so. There's one of the fake trailers of one of the movies they're watching in this stars Harley Quinn Smith as a nun, who also, because the convent that she is at is about to be closed down and knocked down. They need to save it, but they need to get a certain amount of money. So then she has to by night become a hooker. And the movie is called Sister Sugar Wars. And I'm like, this is a bit weird that that's your daughter, though. And then, like, as part of the trailer, one of, like, the guys that she bursts off, like, the habit for, and she's, like, wearing, like, a sexy outfit for, is Jason Mewes.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, but... this is weird. This is icky. Yeah.
Can't say I'm feeling that.
No, it was a little bit weird. Yeah. There's a fun trailer, also fake movie trailer in it, where Jason Biggs gets, he's a construction worker that goes into a portaloo and just gets eaten from his arsehole, and he's just like, that's quite amusing. Yeah. Real fucking odd film, but, like, fine. Yeah, it's fine. But it's not. Yeah. I don't know that anybody else needs to watch it.
No.
I don't think anybody else has watched it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just, Kevin Smith should be making better films than that. And he's not. I know you don't agree, mate.
No, I don't.
It almost fit.
It's very, very miss or miss.
Yeah, I don't know.
One.
It's just, yeah, it feels like making films is almost like a side hustle for him now.
Yeah. But just, it seems like he talks about making all these movies and then makes the wrong ones. Just fucking make them all Rats 2. Because it'd be more interesting than that. So talking about sequels.
Oh, fuck.
The Ring 2.
Here we go.
It's directed by Eden Carter and stars Naomi Watts, Simon He's Handsome You Know Baker, Sissy Spacek, and the dwarf himself, David Dorfman. Yeah. What the fuck happens in this one?
Oh, Samara possesses the kid.
That's it, yeah.
End of film.
Hideo Nakata decides to reference loads of other movies and games and stuff that have came out since the original Ring movie that he couldn't reference in the first one.
That's right.
Oh, it's hard work, isn't it? It's really hard work, The Ring 2.
It's just... yeah.
It's so fucking boring.
It
it's
is
so
really
boring.
boring, isn't it? I like the fact that Simon Baker just basically invites them round to his house because he's worried about them and he kind of wants to bang Naomi Watts, and then they just trash it.
Well, and we were watching it, I was like, so hang on, she's just going to go and
Yeah.
leave her poor, like, hallucinating hypothermic child with this stranger.
In a bath.
Yeah. Oh, no, hang on a second. No, she's going to leave her naked, bathing, hypothermic, hallucinating child with a stranger. That's cool. Good for you, Naomi.
Yep.
Apologies.
She's...
Rachel
is one of cinema's worst mums.
I thought the mum out of the actual Japanese Ring was a bad mum. Naomi Watts' character in this has got her beat.
I've got to say as well, so the scene where they are driving and then the deer is in the road and the dwarf says don't stop.
Yep.
She's
and
already
says
stopped.
yeah, and she's already stopped. And then multiple times both of them say don't stop despite the fact they have stopped.
They've stopped.
And then deers charge them and then they again start saying "Don't stop."
But they
That
move a little bit
was
further
incredible.
up and then stop again and start shouting, "Don't stop!"
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was with the deer on that. Like, they were just like, she hit one of their friends and they're taking
Yep.
revenge. Deer are violent. They just are.
Yep.
They're not quite as bad dickheads as swans, but they're up there.
Don't fuck with deers.
Just
That
don't.
feels like a perfectly apt position to take on life. I mean, so it's directed by Hideo Nakata, and this film is very much a film directed by someone where English is not their first language.
Yeah.
There's so many lines in it that just fall flat, and it's so obsessed with like just trying to do creepy visuals.
Yeah.
And I kind of respect the fact that they get away from just like, oh, like there's a tape and now we've got like I like the fact that the tape is burnt and audibly gasps out in pain about 25 minutes into the film, and then there's no more tape.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. I also liked the start where the guy gets fucked over because she just put her hands over her eyes.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Because he's such a scumbag,
Nice.
Basically tricking that girl into coming over and watching it, and then
There's also another element of it. Just, he clearly invited her over earlier that day. Why not invite her over at like 9?
They have a fucking week. Why not invite her over 4 days ago?
No, I reckon he got to like a couple of days for him when I need to do something, and he invited her over. But like, just go. I've got to 11. Don't wait till fucking 20 to put the tape on.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is Rings, but if you know in exactly a week you're gonna die, don't be on a plane.
Yeah.
But what? Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, that was all right. But I just, the fact that she burns that tape and then immediately he's acting weird,
Yeah.
and it takes her what feels like 5.5 hours to work out. Oh, it's Samara.
Yeah. It's because she doesn't give a shit.
It's so funny, and then Simon Baker, is he a love interest? Oh, actually, no. He basically suspects her of beating up her child.
Yeah.
And then he's dead.
Yeah.
That's his character.
That's it. He's actually, and he has legitimate reasons for thinking that she beat up a child, but he literally walks in and she is, at the time, to his point of view, trying
Yeah.
to drown him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what does he get for it? His house is wrecked and he's dead. It's
But I mean, like, there's not even anything really visually interesting. Like, the standout moment is probably in that bathroom where all the water's going up and then it just comes down again. And like you say, all that is they really messed up his bathroom.
and not even his bathroom. I mean, that was like wood flooring. That's just going to go up with through. He's fucked.
He is fucked. He's not getting his security deposit back, is he?
Well, he seemed like he took like a bit of interest in the house. It wasn't just like he bought a house and he fucking threw a sofa in the corner. It's a nice house. Ruined. Right?
He's dead though, so it don't matter.
Well, yeah, that's it.
David killed him.
The fucking David killed him.
We couldn't remember his name. We couldn't work out what they were shouting to him, and we were like, is it Damon? David? David? He was David for the rest of the movie. None of them were Aiden. None of our guesses were Aiden.
Nope. And then you have Sissy Spacek having to act against Naomi Watts.
Yeah, Sissy Spacek is too good to be in this movie, I'm afraid.
And it's a good job she's only in it for a blink and you'll fucking miss it.
It just, all of these films, apart from Spiral, God bless Spiral.
Yeah.
It's all, there's a mystery and we need to find out the stuff behind the mystery, and then oh no, it didn't mean anything, we're dead.
Yeah.
That's all these are. So, I mean, at least with this, there's something different. But then the thing that's different is the second most boring thing you could do, which is possessed kid.
Yeah. Especially when the kid doesn't look like they actually exist in real life. That kid is weird. I reckon that
He
kid...
looks like a face drawn on a balloon.
I reckon that kid now, 20 years later, looks younger than he does in this movie. I bet he looks
Look him
more...
up.
I bet the dwarf looks more like a child now than he does there.
No.
Look him up.
He looks like he's got spiky drink energy.
I don't think that kid's real. I don't think that's a real person.
American attorney and retired actor.
Can you imagine if he turned up to fucking represent you?
Get out, you're just a face drawn on a balloon.
His IMDb picture there looks like what Ian described the Monster House animations look like now.
I love
Bloody hell. As of 2022, Dorfman works in the US House of Representatives, serving as Legislative Director / General Counsel to the Energy and Commerce Committee's Vice Chair and Homeland Security Committee's Cybersecurity Subcommittee Emeritus Chair.
Fair play.
But every now and then, someone must have a meeting with him when they're just like, I got it, you're that creepy little fucker in the Ring films.
Yeah. Just looking at him for ages going, why the fuck do I know that weird face?
Yeah.
That's got to happen so many times to him, though.
I get the feeling that he almost has to, at the start of every meeting, go, right, yes, I am the kid from the Ring movies and the banjo kid from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Fair.
Bloody hell, he was in the original Disney adaptation of A Wrinkle in Time in the early noughties.
Oh, fucking hell. The Ring 2 is a bit crap.
Shit.
Shit. It ain't great.
It ain't great.
Do you know what's worse?
Yeah. So, Rings. The F. Javier Gutierrez film that is based on Spiral, I believe. That stars people. Vincent D'Onofrio's in there. And for some reason, Roseanne's lad that became a fucking nerd is now fucking setting people up by sending them this video and trying to study it.
What's he trying to study?
Yeah. He just plays a real shady character.
So I thought there was going to be something there that was going to be interesting.
No.
Like, what are they studying? Nothing. They just do it for 7 days, then pass it round, and then Samara's getting pissed off because basically she's getting blue-balled by these people just constantly passing it around.
Yep. So she just goes, no.
Yeah,
And I
that's
mean,
really disrespectful.
The thing is, the first scene on the plane is absolute cinematic blue balls. Like, the fact that you don't even see the plane crash or anything. There's not even a CGI plane crash.
No.
It's just, like, he's, like, in the kind of, like, the walkway bit of the plane, and then Samara comes at him. Cut.
Yeah.
Great. And then the last... So, you know, as promised, does nothing. The last scene, where you said it was inspired by Spiral, okay, like the whole rebirth thing, yeah, okay. And it's like, oh, okay, that's actually setting up a film that could be a lot more interesting, where now it's everywhere, and it's almost like the end of Smile 2, where it's like, okay, could we have some, like, real apocalyptic shit happening here? But then it's the end of the film. Everything else in between is utter bobbins.
Yep. It is. It as well. The film is so darkly lit that it's almost like it doesn't want you to be able to watch it.
Oh,
First you watch
Vincent...
it, then you die. That's the tagline.
Fair. I mean, Accurate.
Vincent
I mean,
D'Onofrio turns up and he's quite fun.
Vincent D'Onofrio's always fun.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I am the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it's like Brian Cox in The Ring. It's like, oh, okay, it's the one with the connection to the past. Okay, so he's going to be a wrong un there. Just the fact that it's another, we've got to free the blah blah to lift the curse again.
Yeah. There's a little element of, you didn't even need to make this a Rings movie.
No, and I mean, hey, look, fair play. I thought there was a couple of interesting visuals. Like I like the way sometimes they merge like the world of the video with the real world. Like there's that one shot where Big Bang Theory guy watches the tape, and then afterwards, like he's seeing like the rain like going upwards, and then there's like lightning flashes, and you get kind of like the trees from the video in the lightning flashes. Like, just every now and then there's that was an interesting visual.
Yeah.
But then it's a absolute no-mark girl and skin job guy uncovering a mystery.
Yeah,
and it's a really boring mystery.
I genuinely think with that guy, you could have replaced him with another actor halfway through and you wouldn't have noticed.
Oh, no, yeah, totally. Like, the girl as well, to be fair.
Yeah, all you would have done is you would have gone, was his hair parted the other way earlier? That is about all you would have noticed. There is no charisma at all. Like, at all to that man.
Guys, I'm just really sorry I suggested we do these.
I mean, I'm glad I've watched them all.
Look, Spiral, super pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Spiral made it all worthwhile, to be honest. I really enjoyed Spiral.
Yeah, Spiral was cracking. Ring Zero, I thought, had its moments. The original Ring's alright. But, yeah, it's been hard work. It's been hard work.
So,
but, yeah, sorry, go on.
So, yeah, but that was the Ring movies.
The Ring of Thorn.
Yeah.
Well done, us. My bad.
Hey, not everything can be perfect.
Yeah.
We do have some questions, though. Brad asks a question.
Oh, wow.
If you could remove one film from history as if it never happened,
Inside Out
what
2.
would it be? And you can't have Inside Out 2.
Why?
One film from history and it never happened. What?
Toy Story. Because then Inside Out 2 wouldn't exist.
No, I don't think you can have Toy Story.
I fucking hate Toy Story. Why can't I
Toy
have
Story's
it?
fine.
It's shit and it spawned a load of shit sequels.
Anyway.
Wow.
Fucking hell. What film could you erase from history?
Thank you for smoking.
Great, thank you for smoking.
No, but it helped launch Jason Reitman's career.
Song of the South.
No, Song of the South's fine. It's just a bit racist.
Yeah.
Ooh. What one film could you erase from history?
Can we not do TV instead? We could erase Big Brother from history and then the downfall of humanity would never have started.
Yep. Yep.
Mark's Big Brother theory of relativity to...
Yep. Everything went downhill when we started making people watch things that they have to vote for. It's too far. The thing is, there's nothing I dislike that much, and everything I do dislike that much just won't matter. If you erase it from history, it feels like something you've got to erase where things will be better because of it. I'm going to erase Pretty Woman. Because I guarantee you there is a bunch of just people who have visited sex workers and have gone, oh, but I don't do kissing, and they've gone, fucking movie.
But But you liked Anora.
Well, she never says she doesn't do kissing.
No. But do you not reckon?
Oh, no, I agree. Fair enough. See, that's the problem with that. You probably wouldn't have Anora. It's fine. Thank you for that. Destroying me with the one point I got to make.
Okay. You're welcome.
One movie could we erase? Don't know. Fuck. It's vexed me, this hour. Dylan Blanton's. What is the most bonding experience you've ever had with a total strangers in a cinema?
Oh my god, I never asked you what you said to that girl in the cinema the other day. That you went and told
What?
off.
Anora?
Yeah.
If you want to use your phone, then fucking go outside.
Thought it'd be something along those lines.
How'd she react to that?
She didn't get a phone out.
I think there was 3 of them, weren't there? And literally, as Anora started, all 3 of them had their phones out. Put them away, but then got them out again, and I was like, this is just annoying the shit out of me. We're like 20 minutes into a 2.5 hour movie. All looked quite terrifying.
You are quite scary.
Yeah. The thing is, I went over with the intention of more politely saying, look, could you stop using your phone, please? But I was more angry as I went down, because I thought, I'm having to leave my seat now.
We were really high up as well.
And we were really high up. And so I did just say, if you want to use your phone, fuck off outside.
And we had to pass them walking back to the car as well, didn't we?
They didn't get the phones out after it.
They didn't.
Yep. Most bonding experience with strangers. I've had some good ones. Going to see the Paul Feig Ghostbusters movie, and there was essentially 2 rows of kids with special needs. We'll say, and every time the Ghostbusters theme came on, they started singing it and waving their arms from side to side. Probably should have annoyed me, but I was like, they are fucking well into this, and I am vibing off how into it they are.
Nice.
And that was great.
I don't think I've ever had one. A bonding experience with a stranger. I would say probably the closest was like the Twin Peaks classes, because it was in a theatre.
Yep.
The Twin Peaks thing. Because Mike was technically a stranger because we'd never met him face to face before.
I think that's stretching the parameters.
He was a
of it.
Twitter friend at the time, and now he's a real friend.
There was the time when I got the wrong ending to Everest and stood up because I needed to pee so badly that I had to continue standing there while it was ending, and my brain played the trick on me and went, you look weird, you've been stood for like 2 minutes now, you need to do something. So when the card came up at the end that started telling you about the what is it, I just started going with my brain going, yeah, that didn't make it weirder.
But who did that bond you with?
What?
Did other people start clapping?
No, everyone just kind of looked at me, and so I just thought, well, you're there now. You can't now walk off midway through all of the bits that are coming up. You've got to just keep clapping. So I just stood there, still clapping.
I think that's the opposite of bonding you with your fellow theatre goers. I think they were probably scared of you.
Maybe. Yep.
Well done with that one.
That was fun. Ian, ever had a bonding experience with a stranger?
I feel like Fright Fest when we all watched, was it Tulpa?
Yes.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
That was everyone having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
Just laughing at a film
Yeah.
that the Fright Fest people programmed the main slot on a Saturday at 9 o'clock.
And then the director had to do a Q&A after when everybody was laughing at his movie beforehand.
Didn't they? Yeah, but didn't they like turn up for the intro but not actually do the Q&A because it the film went over that badly? Like the cast and crew just fucked off.
Yep. Yep.
That's a good time. That's when you know it was good.
That's when you know it was good. Yeah. And one final question from Zombie Vish. What new movie do you improve by replacing the Hollywood skin job leading man with Tom Atkins?
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, to be fair.
A lot of them, yeah. Yeah, handsome, rugged, versatile character.
I want to see a Craven the Hunter starring him.
No, you don't, because you want to see it sound.
Well, I want to see both.
No, can you imagine though if Anthony Mackie was not fucking what is it, and it was just Tom Atkins?
Watch the fuck out of that. Suit's got to be slightly too small for him because he's a rubbish man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine fucking Chris Evans trying to go on your left to fucking Tom Atkins? No, you're not, mate. Fucking trip you up.
On your left, fucked your wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what a delightful final
literally after fucking he goes, how was all that? No, I'm not going to tell you that. And then when he disappears, he just turns around to Hulk and goes, fucked his wife. But he didn't fucking tell him about that. And just grabbed a six and went, come on, Hulk. Yeah.
That's good.
Anyone else for any other ones for that?
I just want to watch The Fog now.
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
All of them, yeah.
All of them is the answer.
I think that's my new. Most films would be better if one of the characters or all of the characters except one were replaced by Muppets. Tom Atkins.
Tom Atkins, yeah. Tom Atkins just fucking rocks up.
Love it.
Yeah. There you fucking go.
Oh, Tom Atkins as a Batman.
Yeah, Tom Atkins as the Batman. Yeah. I'm not wearing this fucking cowl thing. No one's going to know it's Tom Atkins.
Not covering up this handsome and rugged face.
Oh my god, you're Bruce Wayne. Who? Tom Atkins. No, you're Bruce Wayne. Nah, Tom Atkins. Fucking cut. Stop telling everyone you're Tom Atkins. Who's this fucking Bruce Wayne character? Fucking Batman.
Oh, I love it.
There you fucking go.
Well done.
Yep.
What a treat. Just going to be imagining all films with Tom Atkins in instead now.
Yep.
Thanks for that question. It's really cheered me up. Maybe cinema isn't dead.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Fucking one of the emotions was just Tom Atkins. Not playing one of the emotions. The emotion is Tom Atkins.
Fuck, I'd love that. But he's not like animated. He's just Tom
It's just
Atkins.
him. Yeah.
That
Why'd
would
you
make
all
that
look
movie
fucking
better.
weird?
Yeah, fuck.
There's a scene where just fucking Joy's dad just comes home and just Tom Atkins is just sat on the sofa going, well, this is awkward. You might have to watch.
Gross.
Love it.
What we covering next week?
If you're going to say Paddington, I'm just going to put it out there right now. I are watching that.
Are you watching Gladiator 2?
I watch Gladiator 2 and Gladiator.
It's Gladiator 2 next week?
Yeah, but I'm not watching
Yep.
Is it? So Gladiator 2 and Wicked are out the same weekend.
No, Wicked's the weekend after.
Is it?
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, no, it is Gladiator 2, and I believe we will have access to Saturday night.
We will
if
indeed.
we wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So there we are. That'll be that.
Fucking A.
Good.
I'm looking forward to Gladiator 2. Our boyfriend's in it.
Yeah. Should be good.
Yep.
I do need to watch Gladiator again beforehand, just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Foster,
That's fine.
make time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not tonight, obviously, because you're up at 3 in the morning, so...
4. Right, that's episode 560, guys. We fucking went for it there. We packed a lot in. Just Tom Atkins as Gladiator.
Fuck yeah, I'd watch that. I'd be looking forward to that more than whatever the kid is that's in it.
Paul Mescal.
Sure.
That is the only bit where I'm a little bit like...
He looks like a right fucking drip.
There's a bit in the trailer where he runs up some stairs and he runs weird.
He does run weird.
He does, yeah. He runs a little bit like somebody who's done CrossFit. And CrossFit went around then.
It's the physical version of face that looks like it knows Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it is.
Runs like it knows CrossFit.
Yeah. He's done circuit training.
Very good.
I really wish I was looking forward to Gladiator 2 more, and I'm trying really hard to look forward to it.
Fred.
Is he the one that I keep thinking in the trailer looks like... God, that ginger singer man, Ed Sheeran.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Denzel Washington just chewing up every bit of fucking scenery there is.
And what's his
Yeah.
name? Pedro Pascal's in there.
Don't care.
Doing a weird not Pedro Pascal accent, so that's going to be weird.
Yeah, not fussed about Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, no, you're not, but I
Don't
am.
don't see why everyone thinks that he's as great as he is.
Is it a lie in real life? So everyone's just
That's
rooting for
fine.
him?
But I don't know him in real life. I see him in movies and I
You
just
see
think
him
that
in
he's
videos
alright.
and stuff, and he's just real cute.
Yeah. Probably that's all it takes now. Right, thank you very much for listening, viewers. I don't know why I said viewers, that didn't make sense. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Trump's your fault, Jason. Fuck you.
Yep. Bye!